the factory owner totally knew that, even the factory can fall apart, but they still pushed, slapped, and, trained these workers to go inside and keep working.
Because of the negligence of the factory owners, building owners, brands, as well as Bangladesh government, this Rana Plaza collapse happened and these workers died.
10 years ago, 5,000 workers in Bangladesh left their homes in the morning to go to work in the factory buildings of Rana Plaza. When they came to the building, they saw cracks in the walls and they refused to enter the building. They were, however, forced to enter and to start working. Not long after, the building collapsed. 1,133 people lost their lives that morning. 2,500 were injured. This was nothing less than an industrial homicide. This was not the first tragic accident in the textile and clothing industry in Bangladesh, but it served as a turning point as the Bangladesh Accord was created. Industrial Global Union, together with Union Global Union and 220 global brands and the national industry, came together and were able to turn the tragedy into an historic agreement to make the garment industry and the factories safer.
And a strong voice that Rana Plaza Tajrin never again. And with this voice, there was the accord. This is the first bilateral legally binding agreement between the 200 brands and trade unions, global trade union and local trade union.
The legally binding agreement has transformed factory safety in Bangladesh garment industry. It has saved lives. It has also provided health and safety training for workers, given them a right to refuse dangerous work, supported freedom of association, and increased collective bargaining.
Something different we wanted to do, that why this auditing system has been failed, because workers' voice has not been included. So we really wanted to have union and workers' voice during an inspection, in the follow-up, and top of that, in a complaint mechanism system. And we was very careful that we have seen what happened when workers try to raise their voices. They've been intimidated or they face reprisal. So we have to put these elements into the core, that the workers are not facing any kind of reprisal when they bring complaints, and their job is protected.
In 10 years, the Accord has conducted nearly 56,000 inspections in more than 2,400 ready-made garment factories in Bangladesh. It has identified more than 170,000 safety issues. 140,000 of these have been corrected. 480 factories have completed their corrective work, and 1,200 are above the 90% threshold of remediation progress. 85 factories have been evacuated till date due to issues like building damage from post-fire incidents and cracks in building structures. 333 factories have been declared ineligible to produce for any Accord brands after going through a process where they have proven unwilling or unable to create a safe working environment. More than 2 million garment workers have been trained in the most common factory safety hazards and about their right to refuse unsafe work. Functioning safety committees and an informed workforce ensure that Accord-covered factories become and remain safe workplaces. Over 1,200 joint labour management safety committees have been trained and equipped to address and monitor factory safety on a day-to-day basis. The independent complaints mechanisms ensures that workers can confidentially raise concern on health and safety issues. More than 6,000 complaints have been filed on engineering risks, workplace violence, forced and excessive overtime, denial of maternity pay, denial of sick leave, and other labour rights violations.
Many people can ask for that. Why? Because it's a private initiative. Why brand has to do that? It has to, because brand have a responsibility which they should take. They enjoy the bigger piece of pie, and in response to that, They need to contribute.
Expansion of the international accord country to country. It is really very important.
More brands need to join the Accord, especially North American brands. And for the Accord to become truly global, we need to extend to more countries. Last year, Pakistan was included as an Accord country, and to date, 46 brands have signed the Pakistan Accord.
Finally, I am urging all the brands to sign the international accord.
Workers who produce the clothes that we are wearing deserve a workplace with living wages and decent working conditions, not a workplace that threatens to take their lives. Please help us extend the Accord, help us save lives.